Hey guys, so interesting one today. It's a little different. As you can see, I don't have any puppies with me, right? So no Goldens, but and no wife. Noelle's not here with me either today, but she did send me out the door with something really good. And what we're doing today is we're actually going up to meet Mike from Fly Fisher 530. Fly Fisher 530, yep, sporting the gear. And we're actually gonna go fly fishing. Now, this is my first time fly fishing, so truth be told, I'm a little nervous actually. I did as much homework as I could, and I tried to pick up everything I needed along the way over the past, I think he mentioned this like a couple of weeks ago or something like that, maybe a week ago. And it's been a busy week, but I think I prepared pretty well. And we've got a little drive. It's only about 40 minutes up to meet him today, and then he's gonna take us to a pretty cool spot, I think. And I'll see what I can capture today and see if we can turn this into something cool. So stay tuned and we'll see how things go on my first time. This should be interesting.
Our meetup point was near the Auburn Forest Hill Bridge. This is the highest bridge by deck height in the state of California and the fourth highest in the United States. It is 730 feet above the river below. If you've ever seen the movie X, where Vin Diesel jumps the Corvette off a bridge, this is it. I've spent many years mountain biking in these mountains and canyons. I've even rafted these rivers, but this will be the first time that I've ever fished these waters. I'm excited and nervous. We made a quick stop at a lookout where you can get a glimpse of the dam above Jackass Gulch, which holds the water for Oxbow Reservoir. This is an incredibly beautiful area where the Rubicon River flows into the Middle Fork of the American River. After our quick stop, it was time to descend down into the canyon where we would be camping and fishing.
Probably crazy that I get to do this on my first fly fishing trip. I think Mike is spoiling me, and I'm probably never gonna match this again because this section of the river is pretty amazing. Nice private location, which makes things really cool. Good people, very few people around, which makes it even better.
There he is, a legend in these parts. Casts a fly like a dancing whisper on the water, and one hell of a gunslinger. I'm just kidding about that gunslinger part, but it sounded cool.
All right, so this is pretty cool. We pull in here, and we came down here before, but Mike's like, hey, park right here, and we'll just pull your tent out over the platform. And I thought, oh, that's cool. Is it flat? But yeah, stuck a rock under the tire and it's good to go. But yeah, they got these platforms set up for the members here and things like that, which is pretty cool. And then we've got the river right here. So we'll relax here, eat some lunch, and this should be pretty freaking cool.
Man, I really can't thank Mike enough for this experience. First of all, if you've never heard of Mike's YouTube channel, Flyfisher530, you need to check it out. He's been a big inspiration for me. Ever since we first met, we've talked about getting out for an adventure together, so I've been looking forward to something like this for a long time. This is my first time meeting Steve in person. What a great dude. I'm just so lucky to be able to hang out with these two for a weekend. Alright, let me introduce you to Steve. This is a real fly fisherman with 15 years of experience. I feel like I'm watching a movie about fly fishing in heaven here. I mean, look at that casting action. Effortless perfection in action, like butter. By the way, it's really cold out. The water is freezing, and this stud is wearing shorts. And that's me over there in the distance, trying to repair my fly rig after getting it caught in the bushes behind me while casting. And I use the term casting loosely. And here's me, falling down in the water, trying to wade out into the rocks. Yeah, it's pure clown shoes here. Good grief, I suck at this. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna learn how to fly fish, damn it. By the way, Steve and Mike are incredible coaches. I couldn't have a more perfect situation for learning. For dinner, Steve brought some homemade chili that was absolutely awesome. And Noelle sent me out the door packing homemade cornbread and honey butter. This was just what the doctor ordered on a nice cold evening. After dinner, we huddled around the campfire, talked story, and enjoyed some fine whiskey. But now it's morning, and the first thing I need to do to start the day is a nice hot cup of coffee.
All right, it is Sunday morning, and I definitely didn't catch any fish yesterday. I really suck at this fly fishing thing. I got a lot of practice to do and a lot of learning to do, but it's pretty fun, man. Yeah, and dang it, Mike is such a good coach, and Steve's a good coach. He's got like 15 years of fly fishing experience, so man, I'm pretty freaking lucky to be hanging with these guys in this place. This is like a little slice of heaven, man. It's really cool. Didn't even know this place existed up here. Had no freaking clue, and the history here is amazing. There used to be just over the tunnel where the water flows through, and catching some footage from the drone over there, but just through that tunnel is another space where they used to have a suspension walking bridge over there on cables, and it went to an actual little city. I can't remember the name of the city. I'll put it up here, but there were quite a few people that lived in that city, and there's not much left of it now. And then there was a Chinese settlement right on the other side of this ridge over here, back around where Horseshoe Bar goes. And that Chinese settlement, there's still some remains back there too, which is pretty cool. We're not really exploring that type of stuff because we're just here fishing, but man, this has been a really cool little weekend getaway. Just blown away at this place. It's pretty awesome. So, enjoying some coffee this morning. Steve's getting ready to fire up the scuttle and have some bacon and eggs before we fish some more today. Day's probably slipping away from us already. I know I didn't get it crawl out of the tent until almost 7 o'clock this morning, and the sun's already hitting the top of the mountains up over there. So yeah, Sunday morning. This is pretty freaking cool, man. I'm incredibly grateful to Mike for inviting me out here, man. Gosh, what a cool guy. Awesome stuff.
As you can probably tell, this whole area was burned by a pretty substantial fire not too long ago. In fact, the caretaker for the property barely made it out of the canyon before it was overtaken by flames. Firefighters had come all the way down from Oregon to fight this particular fire, and they saved one very special structure, Barrett's Store, which at one time was also a brothel.
All right, so Noel, I got to try out a scuttle before you did. This is kind of a special scuttle, though. Whoa, don't lose him, Mike. You might have double-plated, buddy. Yeah, like you said, the coffee's very solid right here. That's insane.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. That's cool.
I usually have work a little bit next week, so I'll just do the start and then use that right good.
All right, so down in the can, we just wrapped up bacon and eggs, eating some good breakfast this morning. The sun's now coming up over the top of the mountain, so we're gonna actually see if we can't get ourselves in the water and do some more fishing this morning before we take off. I think we're gonna bail out of here around 1 o'clock or so. So we've got a few hours to enjoy the river, see if we can catch something. And we got a little puppy here. Hello. Hey, poop poop.
So that morning, I think we all started out with a dry fly. I know, my casting still sucks, but I'm gonna work on it. I think I'm gonna find a way to get this wired. I set up right at the opening of the tunnel where the water was flowing out from the waterfalls on the other side. Over here, we were wading out into a silty bottom, and I went as far out as the drop-off. It didn't take long before I lost that first fly, so I decided to switch to a nymph and an indicator. Mike gave me some really good advice on how far up the line to set the indicator so I could get the nymph down into the water column a ways. Time was really ticking down now, because we were going to take off at about 1 o'clock. But right around 1 o'clock, it happened.
King your net. Nice.
into you. There you go. Dude, you are addicted now. You are addicted. You are the man.
I had caught a nice rainbow trout for my first ever fly rod catch.
Pretty trout.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I think I was pretty excited.
Oh, hey, went off some wire.
Oh, shit.
We released the little guy, and now I realize I never gave him a name. This was such an awesome weekend. There is no way I could have caught that fish without the help and coaching of Mike and Steve. I think I was probably grinning all the way home. And now all I can think about is getting back out there and doing some more fishing. There is a lot to learn with fly fishing, but I think this is a new hobby that's going to eat up some of my time. It's incredibly peaceful out there watching your fly drift with the current. I know this wasn't overlanding or four-wheeling, but if you guys enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll bring you along next time too.